It's Fantasy Championship weekend. Grab some eggnog, put on that Santa hat, and let's get down to business. Week 16 of Keepers starts right now. Hey everyone, welcome to this championship edition of Keepers. I'm Susannah Collins, and I want to tip my cap to all of you who made it to the championship game of your fantasy league. Sadly, I can't join in on your merriment. I was knocked out by a dude who started Kirk Cousins and David Johnson. So yeah, Merry freaking Christmas to me. But hey, that's not gonna stop me from hopefully guiding you to fantasy glory this weekend. 'Tis the season of giving after all. And with that, here are my Week 16 sits and starts. Start Golden Tate. As Megatron's being phased out of Detroit's offense with his tenure there potentially winding down, it's resulted in a lot more quality action for Tate. And with Stafford completing 86% of his passes when throwing to Tate since Jim Bob Cooter took over the offense, there will be success to be had against a Niner team prone to sleepwalking through those rough early starts for West Coasters. And unrelated, I'm so happy I got to say Jim Bob Cooter's name one last time. Sit Travis Benjamin. He's had some fun moments at points this season playing backyard ball with Johnny Football, but Benjamin's been quiet in December, and with a trip to Arrowhead Stadium on deck against one of the league's hottest secondaries, well, that passing game will get devoured faster than Santa's milk and cookies, and that dude can eat. Start Ruben Randall. Randall has seen his playing time fluctuate this season, but he's been steady for a while with at least 8 fantasy points in 11 of his past 12 games. And he should blow right past that as Eli's clear #1 wide receiver this week against a Vikings team with serious questions at safety. Sit Brock Osweiler. If the Chargers, Raiders, and the Steelers figured him out in pitching second half shutouts in each of Denver's last 3 games, Cincy should be able to from the get-go. As one of 2 teams with more picks than past TDs allowed, they're a bad fantasy matchup for QBs, especially with the return of the artist formerly known as Pac-Man, and that's a gift we can all enjoy. Start Frank Gore. In his 11th year in the NFL, Gore finally gets a chance to suit up in his native Miami, and getting to face the Dolphins should help make it memorable. They pretty much quit on Dan Campbell and thrown in the towel on the season because there's no other way to explain both Rashad Jennings and then especially Donald friggin' Brown having good games on you. There's just no excuse for that. Sit Buck Allen. Unfortunately for Allen, he plays on a team currently quarterbacked by Jimmy Clausen, which means defenses sure as hell don't have to worry about getting burned through the air and can feel free to stack the box. So, a very Grinch-like Pittsburgh front 7 that allows the third fewest fantasy points to running backs will leave Allen precious little running room. The buck stops here, kids. And that is my last bad goof of the year. You're welcome. Hire Adam Humphries and fire Marvin Jones. It sure seems unlikely Vincent Jackson returns from his sprained MCL to play in this one, so when Jameis Winston takes a break from throwing to Mike Evans, Humphries, who caught all 6 passes that came his way in St. Louis, will easily be his most reliable wideout. And you can safely go ahead and cut Jones now in advance of wrapping up his fantasy season with a QB and training wheels against the league's top pass defense. Hire Bilal Powell and fire CJ Spiller. The Jets have needed someone to step up and give Ryan Fitzpatrick a reliable third option in the passing game beyond Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker, and Powell's filled that void with 20 catches and a couple receiving scores in his last 3 games. And that explosive 12-yard touchdown run he had on Saturday in Dallas should open some eyes too. As for Spiller, I know it'll be hard to part ways with the 33 yards from scrimmage he's rewarded you with over the past month, but we'll get through this together, I promise. Thanks for a whole lot of nothing, CJ. And that is a wrap on this season of Keepers. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has been a wild ride, that's for sure. I wish you the best of luck this weekend. And remember, winning isn't everything. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Have a safe and happy holidays, and we will see you next year.